I am Kit Aronoff. I identify as deafblind, and I guess my occupation, I am the assistive technology specialist at Temple University, and I am Orthodox, modern Orthodox.
What is your personal relationship with Judaism, and is being Jewish a big part of who you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're Orthodox, it's automatically a big part of who you are because one of the tenets of Orthodoxy is that Judaism is involved in your whole life. So, keeping kosher, keeping Shabbat, and all of those. If you're married, I'm married. So, Taharat Mishpacha, so family purity laws. So all of those things obviously are super important and are sometimes kind of time consuming. But so yeah, it's definitely a big part of who I am and my identity. But I did not grow up Orthodox.
Question. What kind of accommodations do you receive, and do you feel that you are regularly accommodated within the Jewish community?
So that's a good question. I mean, I guess accommodations wise, the most frequent one is that I have a service dog. So I do have a seeing eye dog. Her name is Olive. She may or may not make an appearance. She's on the floor over here. So she's a big puffy German Shepherd thing. But I would say that's the most frequent one that I guess I request. I guess some other adaptations I do rely on the Jewish Braille Institute, so the JBI International. So I have quite a few Braille versions of texts. A lot of them actually. I now am very proud of. I have all of Tanakh now, so I have Torah, Navi, and Ketuvim in Braille form now. So that's pretty exciting. I just finished my collection. I do have it right here. I will show you a Braille volume of Esther.
That would be amazing.
Um, yeah. So this monstrosity here is one volume of the Art Scroll Siddur.
Wow.
You might be able to even see on the side that it's volume like 6 of 14. I think it's no, volume, I can't see that actually. Why am I doing that? Volume 4. So it's massive. So I need 3 of these guys for Shabbat. One of the challenges of being Orthodox is that you can't really use electronic devices on Shabbat. And people who are blind really frequently rely on Braille technology called a Braille display. So this doodad here.
Oh, wow.
So this is called a Braille display. It connects to a computer either through Bluetooth or through a USB. But I can't use it on Shabbat. So while it's a really cool device, I can't use it to like read what I need to. So in the deafblind world, there is a support person called an SSP, which stands for Support Service Provider. And what that means is they're there to provide you with environmental information. So they help facilitate communication. They're not interpreters, and they will do things like read signs to you. They'll tell you where people are. Like at my wedding, I had an SSP for me to just tell me like who was around, who was talking to me, what was happening. So I will often need to request in advance that a Jewish venue or any venue really allow my SSP to come in for free. Because otherwise I have to, like my husband and I have to continuously pay for like an extra person every time we go to a Jewish event.
In your opinion, how can the Jewish community improve in regards to creating a more comfortable space for people with disabilities?
That is an excellent question. I so one because of my focus on technology, one of the things I have been routinely disappointed by is the lack of digital accessibility in Jewish life. So what I mean by that is I don't know if I can think of a single Jewish app off the top of my head that is actually accessible with my screen reader.
Question is, can you share a positive experience within the Jewish community where you felt that you were fully accommodated?
Probably my own wedding. But I don't know if that counts because I orchestrated it to be incredibly accessible. um, but other than that, I haven't been too many times where I've ever been completely accommodated for. I know I've really struggled. Like going to synagogue is really hard because I can't see what's happening and I can't hear what's happening. So one on one, I can hear okay, but if you get more than 3 people in a group, it starts getting very difficult for me to follow what's being said. And certainly at synagogue, I have no idea what they're saying. I just can't hear. I can't get enough audio cues. When I do go to synagogue, I usually just kind of sit there and daven at my own pace.
Are there any organizations or resources that have enabled you to feel more connected to your Judaism?
Yeah, so JADE, the Jewish Association of Deaf Education in Baltimore, they're the ones who facilitate the Deafblind Shabbaton. I mean, 100%. I don't know if I would have stayed Orthodox really if I hadn't had the experience of, as I was starting to lose my hearing, I felt so disconnected and I was able to go and just be with people who just like got me. And and meet other Jewish deafblind people. And that was a really huge, that had a huge impact on me. So them especially are really fantastic.
That's all of my questions. Do you want to say any like closing remarks before we stop recording?
Um, no, I don't think so. Um, Other than accessibility in the Jewish community is important. And I hope somebody sees this and is like, I'm going to make a Jewish app and make it accessible. Because it's an area that people are surprisingly disinterested in learning about. I keep trying to pitch articles about it, but no one will buy my article. So one day I might just have to write it and put it into the world. But yeah, this was fun. It was great meeting with you.
It was great meeting with you too. Okay, everyone who's listening to this right now, make an app that's a Jewish app that's accessible to people with disabilities. That is your job for watching the full interview.